So the first clue that the site was going to be windy should have been the unobstructed view of the windmill farm. And we are back on the Pacific Crest Trail. What a night. I don't even know what to say. My tent got blown over. I set it back up. It got blown over again, and I just lay in it, just holding on. I couldn't figure out how I would get all my stuff out. I thought about grabbing the tent by each end and just kind of dragging it to lower ground with it, be less wind, to kind of like a picnic tablecloth. But I just lay in a tent all night until morning, and one of the four corners kept coming up, which was the major issue. And with one corner coming up, the tent poles, the trekking poles, fall over. So I just sat in the corner. I was the fourth tent stake, excuse me. But it was a mess, but I got out of there. That's all that matters. I wasn't even the last person out of camp. There's still somebody sitting up there in a Durston tent. As far as I know, they had no problems. Just a Durston X-Mid commercial. And at least, well, I watched one other person have their tent blown down in the middle of the night around the same time I did. But at least one other person probably did, because they came over to my tent. I thought I had a dream. A dark figure approached my tent and said, "Fiddlesticks, do you want a night hike?" And I thought it was the Grim Reaper coming to take me away. I said, "No, I do not want a night hike right now." The one positive thought I kept thinking last night as I was getting blown around inside my tent was, it was pretty chilly, not cold. But for the last 3 days, sweating my butt off in the sun, that wasn't an issue last night in my tent. And getting going at 6:15, this is the earliest I think I've started in a while. It's nice and cool today. And it being early definitely has something to do with it, but it's also a cool day so far. So there was just a little over 15 miles to Hikertown from where I camped at that well last night. So I'm just guessing 7 if I make good time. And the trail's absolutely beautiful. I had read a comment on Far Out that it was a nice trail north of the well. So no guarantees that it'll be perfect and cruisy the whole way to Hikertown. I'm sure I'll have to go up something. I'm sure it'll get warmer. But for right now, it's cruisy. This is a unique terrain forest profile. Just the colors alone, I haven't seen anything like this. And then the fact that it's so windy and cool makes it more enjoyable. So now it's about 7:20. I've probably gone a couple of miles, but now it's the height of bird o'clock, and I gotta get back into hiking out around 6. So I left at 6:15. I actually think I left camp at 6:30 when I hiked into Agua Dulce. But even 15 minutes from 6:15 to 6 makes such a big difference. The sun is prettier, it's just rising. You get cooler temperatures. Trying to filter water while I walk and noticing a beautiful horizon. Can't do 3 things at once. it's pretty straightforward. I'm a half mile away from the road that crosses where the Hikertown hostel is. You take a right to get to the Enoch, or however you pronounce it, Enoch Market. But beyond this road, it's another 2.5, 3 miles, I can't remember, to a faucet that comments on far out say is running water. And then 5.5 miles from here is the start of the aqueduct. So up there somewhere is the aqueduct. It's to the right as you go through the farm, which is up there. You can't really see it very well, but it's out there. Red Indian is chasing me like an axe murderer in a horror movie. Today, I had the day I thought I was going to have Monday going into aquaducts, but Monday and that heat in the valley kicked my butt. But today, I broke camp at 6:15, and I thought I'd get here at 1:15. I believe it's 12:15. So we shattered the time to beat. Well, the shower is disgusting, but I haven't showered since Wrightwood, so I'm just gonna put on my camp shoes and hope for the best.